What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook? So, I promise you guys I'll make a video uh, regarding my journey with the pursuit of a job with the railroad. I've been real busy with the whole applying for the job and all the qualifying and testing and things like that. So I've been pretty focused these last couple of months trying to get a job on a railroad, and then I was doing a lot of research on YouTube regarding what the railroad, the work on a railroad, what it entails, what to expect. So I decided that I needed to kind of reinvent myself. A lot of you guys already know I've been working in the chemical trade for about 15 years. I've been doing a lot of chemical jobs, and it was just getting a little bit tedious, a little boring. Not to mention, I don't want to keep exposing myself to chemicals. And I felt like it was time for me to reinvent myself, and I needed a change. I wanted a job that I could possibly do some travel, something where I'm doing something different every day. So the railroad was pretty much, right in my ballpark of what I was looking for and what I wanted to do. 2017 was a pretty rough year for me. Just a lot of changes with relationships, and I resigned from my job in 2017. I basically walked off my job. So it was rough. It was a rough year, and I'm pretty much ready to rebound and do what I want to do with my life. And what I decided was I wanted a job that I could retire from with a good pension, good retirement, and be happy working. I don't really want that kind of job where you go to work and you just hate your job and you're sick of going to work and you just feel all disgruntled. And I felt like, no, I'm going to do a job that I want to do that's going to make me happy. And that's where the railroading came in. So I decided to pursue it. And luckily, I was able to get a job. I was kind of shocked that I got the job because I had to drive 7 hours to interview, and they picked me to work there. So I didn't think they would pick me because I live so far from the destination, but I was chosen out of a lot of people, and I appreciate that opportunity. So I decided I was gonna accept the offer and take the journey and enjoy the ride. So right now I'm here in Superior. I touched down here on Sunday. My first class was on Monday, and my second class was today. The classes, you learn a lot. I had to really pay attention. They teach you a lot of stuff. They throw a lot at you. You have to really focus on paying attention to what they're saying, because you will be tested. And if you fail the test twice, then you're done. So there is homework, and this is not one of those jobs that you're going to get the job and then, okay, you're good to go. You're still pursuing the job. I mean, I still have to get through these exams, and there's about 17 weeks of training for this. Um, and once you get through everything and you pass all your tests, then you're good to go. So I'm actually kind of relieved because I realized that, it's not that hard. As long as you're paying attention, you're taking notes, you're doing the homework, everything seems like it's doable. So it's not like any kind of crazy hard thing. I just think as long as you're focused and you go out there and you get it, then you're all good. So we got some of our equipment today. As you can see, I'm in my Don't Hit Me vest. This is basically a railroader's vest so that people can see you when you're working on the railroad. This is something that you definitely want to wear while you're out there on the railroad. So we got issued these. I'm waiting to get the coats. The coats they look really well insulated. So can't wait to get that. I'm going to show you guys some more equipment that I got. But let me give you a tour of the house. I was actually lucky enough to find a roommate while I was down here because I really didn't have a whole lot of time to orchestrate the relocation. I still have a place at home, and I needed to find a place here in Superior, which is about a good 7 hours away. And I tell you what, we're up north here in the UP, and the weather, you thought Racine was cold? Man, it gets up to negative 20 over here. So as soon as I got here, I was coming right into a snowstorm. It's been snowing quite a bit. We got about 6 to 7 inches since I've been here. So I'm way up north up here, and you can tell. Right now, the weather is not bad. I mean, it's doable. It's just a lot of snow. But, it's Superior. I'm right on the border of Duluth, Minnesota, and Superior, Wisconsin. So I'm on the border of both cities and states. So that's pretty cool. I can kind of cross the bridge and be on either side. And I just found out in Minnesota, there's no tax for apparel and shoes. So I can, buy some clothes and shoes, and there's no tax on it in Minnesota. So that was a pretty good thing to find out. I still gotta go shopping and get some more good winter clothes. On the railroad, you will be doing some work outside. So I really didn't leave with, a whole lot of good insulated coats and things like that. So I'm waiting for the job to issue some more of that stuff. I do got some nice gloves that's well insulated that they issued. We went and picked up boots yesterday, and the boots are great for the winter. They're insulated for the cold and the wet slush, which is real important for working, outside and on a railroad and walking the tracks. You don't want to walk in a bunch of slush and snow, so I got some good shoes for that. But let me give you a quick tour of where I'm staying. Give you an idea of, what I'm kind of going through in my journey. Let me flip the screen around. So here's the living room. So everything was already furnished and everything. So it's pretty late here. It's the same time, but I guess I wish I could have showed you the view, but it's just too dark to see outside. I actually got a really cool roommate. He also actually worked for the railroad, so we had a lot in common. He gave me a lot of advice on what the job entails and how it was for him. We really hit it off well, which was good. because I didn't have a whole lot of time to look into relocating. So I actually was lucky enough to find a good roommate. He has a real nice house, really comfy, and I kind of found myself settling in really quickly and nice here. Our situations are about the same, you know. We both went through pretty rough breakup. So it's kind of nice when you can relate to someone and kind of, you know, have someone to talk to that knows, you know, what you're going through and things like that. So here's one of the bathrooms there. I'll show you the room I'm staying in. Here's an extra room, actually. I was going to set my computer up in here, but I decided to set up downstairs in the man cave. Here's the room I'm staying in here. So, I mean, you know, it's comfy, you know. I was able to get all my stuff in here. I still got to do a little bit of unpacking. As you can see, I still got a little bit of stuff left to go. But other than that, I mean, the living quarters for kind of a last minute thing is, I think, pretty doable. I got the final offer from the job just a couple of weeks ago. So, and they were telling me, hey, school starts, you know, on the 19th. So I had to get down here. I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare. I mean, I got a conditional offer about a month ago, but after the conditional offer, you still have to pass your medical tests, your physical tests, your drug tests. So it's pretty extensive, the things you go through when you want to work for the railroad. They take the drug test really seriously. There's a FRA hair test they're going to take. Here's the basement. So we got a lot of room down here. I just set up my computer here, down here. I just got a table and a chair and pretty much set up down here. It's pretty comfy down here. So yeah, I come down here to do my work, my homework. There's actually a little bar over here. There's plenty of space. It kind of reminds me of the man cave at my house back at home. So yeah, I wish I can show you guys outside. Outside is really nice too. There's a deck and everything outside, but it's just too much snow and it's too dark and there's really no point in trying to show you that. You got 2 showers, so, you know, I kind of just come down here in the morning, do my thing, you know, brush my teeth, take a shower or whatever, and I go to class. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. You know, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, Hameen, what the hell did you get yourself into? Why did you choose to work for the railroad? Well, you know, and especially, why did I choose to relocate? And I can't believe it myself, because it was never the plan. I felt like they offered me the job, and they don't hire a lot. You know, the railroad, they rarely hire, because people will take the job and they retire, and you rarely see the railroad hiring. So when they are hiring, and they are hiring because the economy is picking up and there's a lot of freight that needs to be moved, you know, as far as coal and grocery items and vehicles and lumber. So the railroad is doing real good. All the railroads are hiring. And I felt like, hey, if I don't take this opportunity now, I might never get another one. I actually tried to apply with Union Pacific first, and I didn't get it. And I would have had to wait about 6 more months to pretty much reapply. And that job the hub was right in Milwaukee, and the school training would have been in Chicago. And that actually would have been really convenient since, I live closer to that area. But I didn't want to wait 6 months to reapply. And then if I wait 6 months, I still might not get the job. So, the company I'm with now, they actually were inviting me to an interview about the next day after the UP. And they offered me a job. And so I said, well, you know what? I'm going to take the opportunity. So, hey, that was never part of my plan, but, God handed me this opportunity. So I feel like this is the journey I'm supposed to take. I'm kind of, when you relocate and, you're going to be out of your comfort zone, it's scary. It's a lot of things. A lot of you guys know I have a 18-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter, and I'm still trying to figure that out. How am I going to, be an active father in their life? And, I plan on finding ways to get back and spend time with my kids. So, I'm working on that. But right now I feel like I want to support them the best way I can in the job with the railroad and their programs for education and scholarships. And with the just the money you make with the railroad is no better way to support my kids. So I feel like it's just the best thing for me to do. So let me kind of show you guys some of the equipment that I was given today. Let me set this down here. Okay. All right. So they issued us some really nice insulated gloves. These are like leather gloves for climbing on the rail cars and turning the handbrakes on the cars and switching the switches on the rails. So these are really nicely insulated for this weather, and they're comfortable. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, snap. Sorry about that. Okay, I think we got it here. And these are pretty cool. These are like grips for your boots. These are kind of like cleats at the bottom. You know how it's so slippery outside right now, icy. When you're working on the railroad and you're gonna be doing a lot of work, you definitely don't want to bust your head. Okay, you don't want to be out of work because you slipped and you bust your head. So you want to put on these slip covers on your boots for that extra grip, and that's what we got. I went to the boot shop yesterday with the trainer, who's a really cool guy. Our trainer actually is also a switchman, and with the union, the way they have it set up is that conductors for the railroad have to train other conductors. So I'm actually being trained by an employee who is actually doing the job that I'll be doing. And right now he's leading the class for the first couple of weeks, and then we've been told we'll get another instructor for some other trainings for other things. So he's a really cool guy. It's nice to have someone training you that actually does the job, because they do it and they know exactly what to tell you not to do and what to do. So that's pretty awesome. Here's a nice insulated pair of boots I picked up. These are waterproof wet wing boots. These are great when it comes to installation. They might not be the best, looker. I mean, they're not like Timberlands. I actually did see a pair of Timberlands I like, but they're not approved for where I'm working, so I couldn't get them. But these are good. They hold the water and the slush. They keep your feet warm, so they're great for the railroad. Safety glasses. Got some safety glasses here. Yep, you would think these are prescription glasses. They look pretty good on me, right? So yeah, these are my safety glasses that I'm gonna wear when I'm working. Let's see. Well, for now, that's pretty much the equipment until I get some of my other equipment, like the coat, and we still have a lantern that we use at night so that we can see. So we still have to get that issued to us, and a couple other things. So as I get equipment, I'm going to show you guys. But one more thing I wanted to show you. I got our famous rule book. This is the rule book that you I'm sorry, people, they keep calling me. I can't do a video because people won't quit blowing me up. But yeah, it's thick. This book right here is what we're training in. We have to basically learn the rules that's in this book. And it's no joke. There's a lot to learn. You can actually carry this thing like it's a briefcase. And this is all about the railroad and the rules of the railroad and what not to do, what to do. And it is a lot. So yeah, we actually put this together on our first day, a bunch of papers, and there's a lot of updates that we had to take out the old ones, put in the new updates, and it was a process. And yep, I got to learn everything in this book. It's going to all be in the tests and the exams. So this is just a little of basically what the railroad expects from you. All right. So yeah, it's a great job, but you gotta, learn, and you gotta really want to learn. A lot of people will be weaved out of the program just by the exams. I mean, if you're not passing the exams, you're done. It's a wrap. You have to pass the exams. You have to do your homework, and then, you don't want to play around and goof off. I mean, you want to pay attention, take your notes, and that's what I'm trying to do. So that's what I've did all day yesterday. I stayed up till like midnight just doing homework. And oh man, people just keep calling me. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Sorry about that. Yeah, what was I saying? Homework. Yep, I spent all day yesterday doing homework. Stayed up till midnight. My class starts at about 8 o'clock. We're usually, well, today we actually got done late because they took us on a tour today. So we usually get done at 4. Today we didn't get done till about 5:30. Our classes are expected to go Monday through Saturday. So we're going to be doing a lot of training. Tomorrow we're actually supposed to go out and do some work in the yard and learn how to set brakes and switches and replace the knuckles on the cars. And we're going to be doing a lot of the on-the-job training tomorrow. So I had to prepare for that. So far it's been an experience. It's been like no other job. I've had a lot of jobs in my life, and this is different. And that's what I expected from this job. That's what I wanted. like I said, I did a lot of research on YouTube, so I watched a lot of videos. One of my favorite YouTubers regarding the railroad was Brian Smith. He works for UP, and I got a lot of good information from his YouTube videos and a lot of inspiration regarding just working for the railroad. So if you ever really want to watch some detailed videos, he's done with his training now. He's actually working now, so he's been through all his training. So if you really want to get the inside and outside of week 1, week 2, and all that, you want to check out Brian Smith on YouTube. He might still have a couple videos up. I know he took some videos down. He wanted to redo some, so I don't know how many he might have up right now, but that's basically where I got a lot of my information from. And it helped me so much that I said, well, you know what, when I start working for the railroad, I think I'll post videos too and help some people get more insight on what the job entails and basically what to expect if they're gonna work for the railroad. So I don't know if I want to cover a whole lot today. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick hello, because I promised a video. But on my next video, I will go more into detail about the hiring process and things like that, and how to get a job on a railroad if that's something you want to do. I was actually surprised in my class because there's actually 2 females in our class, and I was like, wow, okay. So, you know, females, this is a common, I guess, you know, this is a job for you guys too. It's not just for guys. There are female conductors and locomotive engineers as well. So don't think that because you're female, you can't work for the railroad. It's a lot of females are working for the railroad, dispatchers and yardmasters. So there's plenty of careers out here for men and women, which I like to see that diversity. So if you're a female and you want to do something different, I even actually know a friend who drives trucks. She's a truck driver, and she would actually be perfect for a job like this. So yeah, females come out and, you know, get a job with the railroad. They do hire a lot of females as well. One thing I also noticed is the railroad also loves military and veterans. So if you're a veteran in any kind of way, try your hand in the railroad because they really appreciate the service you guys have done. So you most likely could have a good career with the railroad if you're a veteran. So there's 17 people in my class. I haven't had a chance to really get to know them and talk to a lot of them just yet. You know, we're still new in the class, and so we haven't really had a chance to mingle and get to really know each other, but that will come. I want to start some studying groups with a couple people, and I just feel like when you study in a group, you take things in better and you learn faster, and that was kind of something that I was also told in some of the YouTube videos. When it comes to passing a test, is get a group study or study in a group, and so I want to try to get that going. So yeah, right now everything is going. You know, it's an experience. It's a lot to learn and a lot to take in, but it's interesting. It's different. You will not have another job that is going to be like the railroad. It's a very different job. My goal is to be a conductor, as I applied to be, and then in about a year, I want to start, taking the classes for the locomotive engineer so that I can start to drive the engines and basically be responsible for the freight, 40 400 tons or 40 tons, whichever. It's a lot. About 2 miles. You can go up to 2 miles of rail car. So you are responsible for a lot of money and rail cars, and I don't know. I think that job would be pretty cool, to be a locomotive engineer. So that's my goal, is to work my way up that way. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this adventure. So far, trying to get adjusted with the new city here. You know, I miss my kids already, so trying to get used to not being able to see my little baby girl, you know, on a daily basis or whatever, like I was doing. But at the end of the day, you know, I feel like sacrifices have to be made when you want to support your family, support your kids. And for me, this is just about happiness. This is what I want to do. This is what's going to make me happy and appreciate my job. So, you know, if I want that, you know, this is what I have to do. So I'm doing what I have to do to find that happiness again. So yeah, appreciate everybody for watching. I'll post another video real soon here. I'll let you guys know how class is going, and I'm going to go more into depth about the hiring process and what that was like. But for now, I'm going to jump in a shower and get some rest and get ready for class tomorrow. We got the on-the-job training, so I'm going to actually be working on some rail cars and doing some real live work. So I'm going to get myself rested up. I also got some homework I got to get done, so I'm going to do that too. But I'll keep you guys posted. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. I'll answer whatever I know. I don't know a whole lot because I'm a new hire, so I don't want to give the wrong information. But if I know the answer, I'll give it to you. But other than that, see you guys soon, and peace out.